Hey everyone, today is April 20th, 2024. So I'm going to go over some dates that happened this month concerning the war with Israel and Iran, and show you guys some connections as well as some future watch dates concerning this war, as well as one date concerning a possible mass shooting. So the tensions between Israel and Iran really escalated on the very first day of this month, April Fool's. And as I showed in a past video, we see Bush wearing the D on the hat, holding one finger. D is the fourth letter. So 4/1, April 1st is April Fool's Day. And that was the day that we had a missile strike by Iran, killing 2 Iranian generals, and you can see the date adds up to 13. And in the missile, we see the numbers 1-3. You can also say it's 113 as well. But we are in the year of the green dragon, and on the blackboard below here, we see the green dragon. And this was also 223 on the Chinese calendar, the 223 in the woman's hair, and a connection with the release date of iPet Goat 2, a 9/11 connection. Then on April 11th in Ukraine, we had the key power plant near Kiev being destroyed by Russian strikes. So that was also 1-3 on the Jewish calendar, matching the 13 in the missile. The 103rd day, the 1-3 again, Hezbollah fires dozens of rockets in Israel at retaliation for airstrikes. Then on the 13th, of course matching the 13 in the missile once again, booms and sirens in Israel after Iran launches over 200 missiles and drones. And not only that, this date was exactly 911 months after Israel, the state of Israel, was founded, if you include the end date. Then Israel decided to wait 6 days before attacking again on Ali Khamenei's 85th birthday, April 19th. So now I'm looking at the date April 21st, and so by the time I upload this video, it will be probably right around April 21st or less than an hour away. So we see the 322 connection with the 9/11 attack, and also the President of Israel born 23,222 days. And once again, we see the 9/11 connection with the state of Israel being founded. 911 months, 1 week exactly. Not only that, it is 113 on the Jewish calendar. So matching the 13, or you can say 113 as I said before. So that would match April 21st as well as April 22nd, because that is the 113th day of the year. And so for a while now, I've been trying to figure out the date of the next mass school shooting decoded from this classroom scene in Pet Goat. As I said before, I've decoded several past mass shootings just from this scene alone. And so I'm looking at April 23rd as a possibility for another one to happen. So going back to the mass school shooting on Valentine's Day, then we had 223 weeks later, we had another mass school shooting, Uvalde, Texas, I talked about before. Then 2,137 days after the mass school shooting at Valentine's Day, which is a 322nd prime, we had another one in the Czech Republic. So here's why I'm looking at April 23rd. So it still remains in the 322nd week after the Valentine's Day shooting, the Hearts 322. It also has a 322 connection, as you can see, to the Uvalde, Texas mass school shooting at Robb Elementary. Now look at the fingers that George Bush is holding up. He's holding up 2 fingers pointed on the right hand, and the left hand he's holding up 3. And also kind of looks like he's pointing a gun. So we have the D. D is the 4th letter, 2 fingers, 3 fingers in the year of the dragon, which is this year, 2024. So that would be April 23rd, 2024. So over here we see the double Q's touching her hair, and also a little bit of the double U's. So Sandy Hook mass school shooting happened with 17 days remaining, and Q happens to be the 17th letter of the alphabet. And so the deadliest mass shooting in the US was in Vegas in the year 2017. And so the Valentine's Day mass school shooting had 17 injured and 17 killed. So that's a double Q, just like her hair next to her hair. Then the Uvalde, Texas mass school shooting, May 24th, 2022, also added to 17. And when you look at April 23rd, it also adds to 17, as well as 51, 4 plus 23 plus 24 equals the same as mass shooting and reduction. I noticed that sometimes they like to connect common denominators between events, such as the Valentine's Day mass school shooting began at 221. Then 223 weeks later, the Robb Elementary mass school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, just happened to be on the 221st day of the year. And so the address at Robb Elementary is 715. And guess what? On the Jewish calendar, April 23rd happens to be 715. And the double U's sound like W, which is the 23rd letter, matching the 23rd on April. So now I want to talk about a couple other high watch dates in the month of May. April 2nd, that happens to be 2137 weeks, again, is the 322nd prime after the movie War Games released. When we look back at the date that Russia invaded Ukraine, well, that was exactly 2023 weeks after the movie War Games released. The 322 connection, and once again, May 2nd, we have the 322 connection to War Games. So in this scene, they show Bin Laden with the missiles. And as I said before, in the scene on the blackboard, we see the number 13 in the missile. Well, April 2nd happens to be the 13th year anniversary of Bin Laden's death. It's also 223 days after the President of Israel's birthday. So another image from Pet Goat shows the Statue of Liberty with the Star of David below it. And the Star of David is on the flag of Israel. And you can see it looks like clock hands on the 12 and the 3. Well, everything in here is multi-layered. This relates to an event that hasn't happened in New York yet, I believe, but also relates to the day that Israel declared war on Hamas, because that happened October 8th, which was 123 on the Jewish calendar, matching this 12-3. And this was the day after Israel was attacked. And so what is May 2nd? The 13th anniversary of Bin Laden's death. It is the 123rd day of the year. Now I have to talk about May 8th as well, because that is called Lotus Day. You can see Obama looking down at the split apple. The lotus flower blooms from that split apple. The number 88 is shown in the split apple. And Lotus Day happens to be exactly 88 days before Obama's birthday. We see the C7 from Obama's perspective. As I said, that is the number 37 because C equals the third letter. And Lotus Day, May 8th, adds to 37. 5 plus 8 plus 24 equals 37. This is also 4-1 on the Chinese calendar, matching the D and the one finger, April 1st, as well as being Nisan 30, which can be 1:30 or 7:30 in the Jewish calendar. The 13 also matching the 13 in the missile. Not only that, we have a 9/11 connection to when Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, was born, to Lotus Day, with the dates reversed, as I said. Dates reversed just means switching, putting the 419 over here, 588 over here. So Wikipedia shows the Israel-Iran conflict, which has been kind of ongoing since 1985. And you can see with the dates reversed, there's another 322 connection to that, as well as a 322 connection to the Ukraine armed forces being founded. However, I also found it interesting that it's exactly 715 days since the mass school shooting at Robb Elementary that had the address 715. And so the scene right here, which I talked about before, is also multi-layered because the girl has the tiger on her jacket. Russia invaded Ukraine in the year of the tiger and the month of the tiger. But now we are finally seeing the war scene develop for April that I talked about before. Because April, the birth flower is the daisy. The daisy's on Baron Samedi's hat. And the birthstone for April happens to be the diamond. So he's touching the girl with the diamond on his finger. And also the tanks are in the same scene. And as he blows the party favor, this can also represent a missile strike as well, and explosions in the background. But this is also New Year's Eve as well, fireworks. So the April scene is finally playing out that we see in Pet Goat. So that's all I got for this video. And like I said, April 21st, another very high watch date for a missile strike, which is just about ready to occur in Israel and Iran at this moment. And we will talk to you guys next time. Take care.